Yeah, it is 4:29.
All right, so we are called to order, and the first order of business is. I'll wait for my microphone. First order of business is approving some of our back minutes. So first of all, the minutes from 1:12. Any objections, questions, or discussions?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from 1:12.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It passes. February 2nd.
Doesn't they look good?
Want to make a motion?
Yep.
All right, I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
I have to abstain because I wasn't here.
And lastly, from the 18th.
I think they look good.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 18th.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, lovely. So today our goal is to come to a consensus on the material that we want to present to the select board. And also, if we have time, I would love to get approval of our annual report so I can submit that to the town prior to March 15th. But let's start with the community survey results. So I wrote up, according to our meeting last time, a very high-level summary featuring the important results from our survey, nothing too granular, a list of recommendations for the town administrator and the select board, and a draft of new responsibilities for our charge for next year that we would like to recommend in line with our findings of the survey. I sent this out in advance. I know it was very late in advance, but we can run through it kind of section by section if that works.
Sure.
Okay. We talked about maybe presenting with slides to the select board, so I put the same content in slide format. Let's work off of the document, and then we can talk about whether or not we want slides, and if so, I can make any changes from the document over to the slide. Susie, it looks like, is booked. Is booked, so she won't be able to join us today. Okay. So just as an introduction to the survey, I said between November and February, we surveyed Granby residents on their experiences and needs for town communications. From town communications, with town communications.
4.
Yeah, 4. I'd leave it as 4.
Okay. The survey was distributed via Facebook, the school newsletters, the Committee on Aging.
Correct. The Committee on Aging.
Yeah.
It's the Council on Aging.
The Council on Aging. Thank you.
Sorry, was that where you were going?
That's exactly what I was going
Sorry.
for. You're fine.
You might want to say it was also at the town hall. Right, we had our little...
Town
Yeah, we
hall
had-
GCAN.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Questions covered. Current sources of information.
So wait a minute. The survey was distributed. We had them in 2 places at the Council on Aging, though. We had them at the actual building, because I had paper copies, which I entered only 1, but we also put it in our newsletter.
But that's okay.
I was
All right,
merging
okay,
it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
The sort of.
You guys seem to go for details a lot, so I kind of like try to jump on board with that. But that's.
Oh, we
that's
just
good.
slapped you down.
You just did. You just
Good
did.
job, Lynn.
I debated it myself if I wanted to say the newsletter and paper copies, but then
We got it out there. That's
they're
all.
both the Council on Aging. It shows that we tried to reach out to seniors.
Yep.
So, questions covered. Current sources of information about the town, interest in a town newsletter, demographics such as age and time in town, and feedback on town communications. So my thought here is that we're going to send this document to the select board. I also was going to include the PDF copy of the survey, which lists all of the questions in full. And I'll show you later on, I just copied out all of the analyses that we did last month into a document, and also the free response text from the surveys. And I've just got those in a document that I thought we could send them. So if they want to peruse, if they want to explore, it's
Give
there.
them everything and let them decide what they
Yeah,
want
what
to look at.
they're
Yeah.
interested in.
So
I'm
I'm-
just going to use just probably the summary, but
Right. So I'm assuming they don't actually have to look at it, but if they want it, we're
So-
sharing it. So that's what I mean when I say the full analysis is included in the appendix. I'm just gonna send a link. to-
So, when I saw that, I thought maybe we want to put the percentage of what 429 is.
I was actually thinking the same thing. As far as like, I don't want to bring Belchertown into here, but if they ask, how many residents actually answered Belchertown's and who answered ours, that
We
were
received
double.
40,
No,
429. But you're saying add the Belchertown to that
No,
statement?
no.
Out of 420, what is that, like 7% of Granby? What's Granby, 6,000?
6,000,
6,000.
So 429 is probably 7% without me doing it actually out.
I'm not good at math.
About
Yeah,
7%.
7%.
Hey, look at that.
Good job.
Because that's pretty good, I think.
Well, particularly looking at Belchertown.
Do you think there's a
which
lot?
only-
But that 6,000 includes kids, which we didn't include in this. Does that matter?
we technically included kids.
No.
No.
Isn't 6,000,
It's 6,000 residents.
how many voters? 3,000?
Oh, I don't
Well,
know.
we didn't restrict ourselves just to
Yeah.
voters. I think this is accurate.
Yeah.
It's approximate.
Mhm.
All right. So the results.
Of Granby population, or approximately 7% of Granby? Yeah, I would say population
Or
or
Granby residents?
Right.
residents. Yeah.
All right. 58% of respondents are unsatisfied with town communications. 95% of respondents would want to subscribe to a newsletter. 6% would only subscribe by mail. 89% would subscribe by email or by both email and mail. So I merged those two because we're going to recommend an email newsletter. So like the salient point is 89% of people would engage with that. And 99% of respondents have access to internet and email.
That 1%. I don't know.
Not 1%. All right, so I grabbed the stats on how residents get information today. I'm only reporting percentages of respondents here rather than raw counts, just to keep it
Agreed.
clean. So the takeaway is social media wins, followed by word of mouth. Town website is a distant third. What do they want information about? Everything, but especially events, town meetings, and town government.
You might want to clarify what events means. That's not town, it's town-wide events, not just government events or,
Well, I think we don't really know what it means because, like, we just said events, and people said events. So I'm not
Oh.
sure. Like, some people could have filled that out, meaning that they want to hear more about Dino Day
Or
Right.
church events
or
or
church events or garage
School
sale
events.
on, Bachelor Street. But I think for the practice, like for what we're recommending, narrowing it to town official events is my recommendation. Absent more data.
Yep.
Okay, so then we get into the free text. The survey asked residents to provide free text answers to what can the town do to improve how you receive information, and is there anything you would like to share? Full responses are in the appendix, but a few main themes emerged. So these are the pain points that I pulled out of everyone's analysis and also
Yep.
skimming the results again on my own. The town website is out of date, difficult to navigate, and unreliable. Meeting announcements, warrants, and agendas aren't posted early enough. Committees and boards do not reliably post minutes, so there's no visibility into what they're doing. The town has no official Facebook presence. Town communications aren't user-friendly. They're hard to find and hard to understand. There's no single source of truth for town communications or news, and communication isn't proactive. Residents need to know to search for information.
I might make, minutes are not posted reliably and make it passive, because it's not, I cannot post my own minutes.
Yep.
I like that.
We all feel good as the meat of the takeaway from the survey?
I'm getting hung up on the town communications aren't user friendly.
Yeah.
that,
Um,
So I took that verbiage from this one. So
Also make the wording in town hall more updated as to be better understood, easier, more user friendly. I don't know. What are they talking about town meeting there, do you think?
I think so. I think they're talking about the official publications, and this is kind of what we were getting at with the accessibility
Right.
and like.
Unfortunately, what
target
they
it.
see in the warrant is legal. We can't
Yeah,
make it
you
user-friendly.
got to follow a guideline, right?
But this is where
I think maybe that's where it is hard to understand, is what we need to say instead of user friendly. I think that's what they're getting at, that reading these warrants and
It's
reading these
true.
articles, it has to be the way that they are, but they don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're getting at when they say user friendly. But I think using that in what we're sending to the select board, where it says user friendly, it's like,
Well, so common pain points. The town communications aren't written in plain English.
are hard to understand.
Aren't easily
Are hard to
understood. How's that?
How do we feel?
Okay. I want to bring. I
I
want
mean, I
to.
guess we're assuming what somebody meant when they wrote that, but I can speculate. They
Yeah,
meant,
well, yeah. That
you know,
is.
what does
It's all
what does this
speculation.
motion mean? Article
Right.
mean?
Well, I think this gets to what we were trying to do with the special town meeting,
Right.
and to what Belchertown is doing now, which is writing plain language explanations prior to town meeting to help bridge the gap between the legal language, which absolutely has to be shared, and what people understood from it.
Well, and currently they get that plain language. They have in the past. Maybe the past year they haven't because we've had an influx of TAs, but they want it earlier
Yes.
Yep.
than at
Yep.
town
I
meeting.
think they want it to help invite them to town meeting.
Right.
But unfortunately, that stuff can change up to the minute. So there's that slippery slope.
Yes.
All right.
Can I have a problem with the last line? Communication isn't proactive. Residents need to know to search for information. Know how to?
Here, I mean, they need to know. Like, instead of them getting an email that says, hey, something is happening that you should know about, residents need to go to granby.gov.
So, as Tobias always says, they're looking for pushing out information.
Okay. So communication isn't proactive.
I think proactive. is
Town
wrong.
communication isn't proactive.
Well,
I
or
see what
town
you're saying
commu-
about the
town
push.
Isn't
Happening.
you always say what's your verbiage that you say? You say
Right now, we're operating on a pull approach. People
Yeah.
have to come to the town to get information, and people expect a push approach that information comes to them.
so. Communication is currently say just that. Communication is currently a pull approach, but and respondents would prefer. Yep. Versus. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say expect. I'd say residents want.
All right, that,
Good?
Yeah.
town communication is a pull model. Residents need to come to the town to get information. Residents want a push model. The town should tell them what they need to know when they need to know something. Yep, that sounds much better.
Okay, cool. All right, a nice segue into what do respondents want? So people want the town website to be a single, up-to-date central source of information that's easy to navigate and regularly updated, how about I say, for all boards, committees, and town offices.
Until we know how that's going to happen.
Now here we go back to the word proactive again, so let me know if you mind it in context here. Proactive communication. Residents or respondents expect to be told what they need to know, not to have to hunt for it. There is broad interest in an email newsletter, and there is also interest in subscribing to more frequent updates, such as committee meetings being scheduled or changes to trash schedules. Yeah? All right, and then finally, respondents want an official town social media presence. They are not looking for comments or discussion. They're looking for a trustworthy source of news being broadcast on Facebook.
just a suggestion, could we put on your proactive communications, how about putting in parentheses the push model? So it relates to what's up above. Okay. Yeah, that sound all right?
Yeah.
I have no comments or discussion just for broadcasting news. I don't think we should use news.
Information.
Information.
Mm-hmm.
No comment or discussion, just for broadcasting official town information. Because that's what we want it to be, right? It's not gonna be.
Lynn's having a graduation party at her house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
All right. So moving on to our recommendations, which will be familiar. So based on the communication survey, we recommend that the select board and town administrator. So here's the first point of discussion. We're going to talk to the select board. Much of this work that we're recommending will need to be overseen by the town administrator. So I'm including that we're recommending it to the TA. Are we okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the select board's the one that recommends it to TA, not us. The TA works for the select board, so I think if we recommend to the select board, you could say and subsequently to TA, but we can't tell the TA
No, we can't. I mean, but we can. I mean,
recommend.
can we recommend?
He gets his orders to the select board. I mean, you can keep it any way you want.
I think if
We recommend that the select board with the town administrator. I mean, it's the select board's choice to give the
We
town.
recommend that the select board with the town administrator.
I'm happy to say with. I mean, that gives a sense that
But
the select board is the one deciding this, and the town administrator may be the one who carries it out.
or they may ask us to carry it out and not have the TA involved at all.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I thought the Holly was the person that that's gonna post. She's gonna be.
Currently, she is, yes.
But something like this, ensure that minutes from meetings are shared in a timely manner. We can't ensure that as a committee.
right.
We can.
But the
entreat,
select board-
We can remind. We can.
Yeah, but you're right. The town administrators might have a say in this. You know, I mean, once we make the recommendation, and just a little thing, I think that the town needs a space.
It does indeed.
Well, I'm okay.
You're okay?
I'm just giving my opinion.
No.
Yeah,
We aren't shutting you down either.
you can shut me down.
All right. So moving on to our steps. Recommendation number 1. This is in priority order.
Prioritize investing in town website organization, relevance, and clarity.
So if they do only one thing coming out of this survey, I think it should be
Fixing that website.
Fixing that
website.
website. Yep,
right? If you
absolutely.
did nothing else, that seems to be the most urgent thing. The next thing, and this really goes underneath it, is that minutes from meetings get shared in a timely manner. We have committees and boards doing work, and nobody knows what they're doing because, as Lynn and I demonstrated, you can't find even the select board minutes on the website. Right?
Could you bring that up when you're presenting that?
Sure.
Yeah, as an
As
example.
far as an example, like, for example, here's the select board, and where are your minutes?
Yep.
Not like that, obviously. Like, worded a
Why
heck of a lot
not?
better than that.
They're gonna get it
But I mean,
anyways
like-
from you now on the recording.
Okay. But I mean, like, in a sense, it's like
So the key
our
word.
select board running this town, and we don't have the minutes of what you're doing.
Right. I mean, it is a
It's right
gap in
there.
transparency.
Instead of showing anybody showing Board of Health or anything like that, like
Right.
straight up, we're starting with the select board.
So the key word there is timely manner, which is exactly what the AG's website says, that minutes need to be
Yep.
Yeah.
posted
This
in a
is timely
timely, in a reasonable manner. Reasonable is interpretive, right?
Yes.
So what's timely?
Well, I think it is interpretive, and I know for us, it may take us a month sometimes to get minutes approved into the next
Right.
meeting, and then send them in, and it may take the town off the
Yeah, but you
2 to 3
can, you can understand a month, but,
There's a lot of-
you know, like,
Town
didn't even,
select
there was
board
not
can
even
say
any
that,
for
but-
2026 yet on there, so, I mean, that's, we're talking
I
already
didn't
3 months.
see any for 2025 either, so we're talking
Yeah.
15 months.
Oh, I don't know.
I think if a baby can start walking in the time that it takes you to get your minutes on there, it's no longer reasonable or timely. There's my metric.
You're gonna say that?
And we may find out that these minutes are done, they're just sitting somewhere not being posted.
Real. But I think again in terms of urgency, this is something of just like meeting the basic requirements. Of a
It's
town
incredibly
website
basic.
and town business.
Yeah.
Next
Set
thing.
up email subscriptions by topic.
So many people would be interested in a town newsletter, something that gets sent out regularly. Realistically, that's something we're talking about doing quarterly at first. I'd like to see us get to monthly, but no more than that. Which means that anything more timely than that, like trash is not going to get picked up on Monday and everything will be delayed because there was a blizzard. Or there's a special town meeting happening in 2 weeks. That's not really newsletter appropriate. That needs to get proactively communicated. And reading the comments, it looked to me like those things, that like very timely, tactical information that might change what people are doing with their trash cans or with their Monday night in 2 weeks, were more important than here's a quarterly update from the council, the cultural council. So thinking about priority order, the website has the ability to set up various topics and invite people to subscribe to them. So that's like the functionality is there. And my proposal is that the town should use that and set up subscriptions to allow people to sign up for posted meetings.
They already have it. It's already there.
Yeah, but
It doesn't do
we
anything.
looked at it and didn't do anything, I thought.
I've been subscribed for a year and I've never been told about it.
Oh, really? That's what I was gonna say. We don't know that it works.
Yeah, it's on the
You know,
website.
and I see quite a few topics that they have, like Finance Committee, Health Committee, Conservative Commission. They have a lot of choices.
Yeah.
But like you said, that just answered it. You said you signed up for a year and you have received nothing.
Either none of those committees have met in the last several months or those emails aren't going anywhere.
In addition to putting a banner up on the town website that says trash is delayed a day or town meet what.
Yes.
Which
But like I
they
think this
did.
is-
It was up there.
yeah, it was.
So if they're doing everything that we're asking, it's just not pleasant to see. Easy to
But
find.
like it's a pull. It's like the push and pull model. It's exactly what it is.
But some people won't want
It's
to push.
posted.
Some people will want to look.
So, some people will, and they don't have to subscribe.
Right.
They don't have to
Right.
subscribe.
Right.
But like, I would love to get an email.
So you
when
didn't have to
trash is-
search.
when trash is delayed. Like, tell me. Maybe it's not top of mind for me because my trash is on Thursday and like it's Monday and I'm having a blizzard. But like, it would be helpful to know that because on Thursday I wasn't thinking and put the trash out and I didn't need to.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people who would subscribe to a weekly email that just told them what kind of trash it was. I don't think the town has to do that, but like people like to be told to do things. Instead of
Maybe
having-
someone wants to know weekly what's happening.
they might.
What meetings?
So I think that should be the priority for the town, and that is again work that has to be done not by us. Like we're not going to be watching the website and every time a meeting gets posted, sending it out. Like that needs to be a part of the step of posting a meeting. Is you create it in the calendar, and you also send it out as a email blast to the subscribers. So
Well, we thought that in the beginning that when this all starts, our department heads were going to be the ones containing the functions.
Mhm.
So they will be the ones, they will now be allowed to enter, which they weren't before. And then they should be able to keep a grasp on the stuff that's being posted, right? Does every committee follow under like communications? Who do we fall under? We fall under the select board.
Yep.
But does everybody follow under the select board?
Finance committee doesn't.
Huh?
Finance committee doesn't.
So they have their own.
Board
So
of
they may
Health
have a
Town
subcommittee.
clerk has their own.
All right. So they may have a subcommittee underneath them that would report to them. So they would be responsible to make sure that all of their committees are okay.
If you, if you look on the current website, it gives you the list of all the boards and the committees, and hit on any one of them and see where it goes.
I did do
So
that.
if you go
I
to-
did. That's why I found out that.
Go to
some-
library trustees, just for the hee-haws. Oh, okay.
It's Board of Library.
And so it links to their, go to their library trustees' agendas and minutes, see if there's anything there. Wow, super old.
From 2011.
2011.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, but if you go to Granby Free Public Library, that should probably,
But the agendas are down here for the record, like they're posting.
yeah, and then their minutes, last one is 2020, but.
Yeah.
So now, how do I find out who the library has its own? So they would be a department head.
Well, right there, Jen Crosby is the
Jen-
director.
That's the director.
But it doesn't tell you who's actually on the board. This is staff contact.
Well, you go to library trustees and, okay, we just did that one, right?
Yep.
So go to the Granby Free Public Library, and then, does it say trustees there? I don't know. About the library. Friends.
Staff and library board. Library, yeah, there's the Board of Trustees, because I knew Paula's on it.
I mean, I'm glad the library is updating it, but like, this is more work than it should have been to figure out who's on a committee.
I don't know why it's not on the website, but that might be because I don't know. Go to
That might be
go
for
to planning board.
That might be for reasons of updating.
Like go to another board, planning board. So there's your board members.
So this is up to date,
Um,
and we do. I mean, the agendas are going up.
yeah.
Minutes not since 2023.
And then
So, given that, how do we feel about this recommendation?
set up workable email subscriptions by topic. Period. You don't need and ensure updates are sent out because that's what workable email subscriptions would mean, right?
So we can cut that one.
So
Yeah.
how is that going to work now that we've opened that can of worms? So somebody that's on the Granby Town website, they're not maintaining their page there. They're maintaining another page. Fire department, police department, library.
That's okay.
So
if they want their website page to
So we're not gonna
be
link them
redundant.
somewhere else,
huh?
that's their prerogative.
So it's just if there's committees there and they go to another webpage, that's their business.
Yep.
I mean, if anything, I think they should have at least have if they have a board. They should have probably their board listed because
Which I
it
think
has
And
do.
their
I think
meetings
everybody
and their
does.
meetings, yeah. Or
well, the
agenda.
library, for instance, the library
the trustees
trustees
were,
did.
but
Yeah,
would be
I don't
fair.
know how many others are like that, but I mean, like in the sense that if they're being elected within a town election for those seats, then it should probably be listed. It doesn't have to list their bios or anything like that, but it should at least list their name
The names and who they
and
yep,
their
yep,
term
yep,
expiration,
I
maybe.
agree.
But
And all of this is going to change with the police and the fire department because now they're not going to be linked to the new website. Or the new website's going to come out, but those links to their pages are not going to be there, I'm assuming.
Why are you assuming that?
Because it sounds like it's all being refreshed. So, I mean, they're only doing our website. You think the links will still be
they're
there?
gonna what
They're taking what our
they're
website is
taking-
now
Right.
and just putting it in a better format.
Yeah.
Right, but are the links and all that stuff going to be?
I think it'll all.
Okay.
I think it'll all be linked as it should be. But I mean, I would say this whole discussion goes back to my urgency that somebody is creating best practices for boards and committees around what's on their website and how it gets updated.
Yeah.
That somebody does not have to be us, but in lieu of it like not happening, I would rather that we just do it and make those recommendations about like, what do you put on your website? You should put a list of everybody on your committee on your website. You should put your minutes on your website. You should put.
I think they already have that. It's just not.
They're not. There's no follow through.
I think so. If you go like to the town clerk's page, you'll see that Kathy Kelly Reagan has a whole explanation. She created her
Yeah,
page,
she did,
right?
yeah.
And then just hit that, yeah. See, mission statement.
Yep.
Everybody had the option to do that.
Yep.
Some people didn't. And the staff contacts. And then, but if you go to, I don't know, who didn't do it?
Sorry, so now, Lynn, my committee, I'm the Register of Voters.
Go to
My
Highway
committee is under
Department.
town clerk. So is that showing me that there, though?
What your committee, your
Register of
registrar?
Voters,
I
yeah.
don't know. Where is it? Boards and committee?
I mean, lots of committees don't
Aren't on there.
show up here, right? Like, Lynn, you're on the ADA committee, I believe.
How'd you know that?
I went carefully through the annual report to name all of the committees that exist in town and
Yeah, I
everybody
did
who's on
too.
them, so that I could try to figure out who to ask for newsletter updates when we do a newsletter.
What annual report were you
We
looking
get,
at?
every year you get it, we get a
town
new one.
annual
It's
report.
being printed right now, the same report. Whatever
Hasn't
that
come
is.
out yet.
Hasn't
I
come
looked
out
at
No,
yet.
no, no, but I went for
Last
last year.
year's
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah.
was Chris Martin and Jen Crosby. I just looked at it today.
Well, somewhere
That's
on this
funny.
website, and I can't find it again, so don't ask me to do
'Cause
that.
I was looking for it.
Surprise.
That's so funny because I was looking for it to make sure that happened because I'm applying for a grant.
Well, there's a document on there that says that you were on the ADA committee, but nowhere in the website.
That's a funny one that you just chose because
Try
that is an issue that I have discovered in the past 6 months and been trying to fix.
try searching her name.
I looked up ADA and that didn't come up. You might want to try.
Yeah, use your her whole name.
Or
Well, this is all you. I mean, we're West Street Building Committee, right?
Try Mercier instead, just Mercier. Because I noticed that sometimes they don't.
it's all the agendas and the.
Well, we're back to 2018. I don't know how it's sorting, but
So I don't know where you found
That
it.
was one of the things that bugged me when I was looking for something is that I don't know how
Oh,
it
it's not
sorts because then
sorted.
it jumps to 2023.
yeah, I have no idea how this is sorted.
That's so funny because I was looking for that today and I couldn't find it. I'm like,
So
I
what did
guess-
you say the initials were? ADHD? Is that what you said? Did you say that?
I did not. I said ADA.
ADA, sorry.
I just did a search in ADA and couldn't find anything.
Try searching an ADA.
I think it's probably spelled out in the.
Oh, type in disability.
We did.
Oh, you did
I
disability?
did.
Yeah, we did disability.
All right, it's going to say Jen Crosby and Chris Martin. So that's so funny because I was just doing this today, Tobias.
All right, I mean,
Right there, yeah.
it must have been something more recent because you were definitely on it. But
I would like to know what you found.
I would too.
We'll figure that out later.
I'll do a deep dive when I'm not.
Yeah.
sharing my computer.
So anyway,
But my point is that there is no mention of the ADA on the town website. So there are committees that have no web presence at all, which is complicated.
Well, some of the committees don't meet once a year, sometimes not even.
But you should still
Right?
know, like, I mean, if I
But you
had
should have all the people that are in,
So the-
with the,
if I
like
had
a
an
mission
accessibility
statement and then
concern-
something that with all the people that are on there.
I mean, can you think of another committee that's not on there? So you said the Board of Regents.
Communication committee's not on there.
You know, we are in minutes.
With just our minutes. I mean, you have to.
We don't
go to
have
the
our own
select board and
page.
look.
Right.
There's
Well,
no-
that's because it was formed last July, and we've had no consistency with TA and ATA and town clerk. It's been all in place, right? So go to the Board of Regents. Isn't that what you're on?
Like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aren't you on the Board of Regents? Is that what it's called?
Board of Register of Voters.
Oh, Registry of Voters.
Next page. Down more. One more.
I'll get the alphabet someday. No, we don't have one.
Are you appointed
Yeah.
by the select board?
Yeah.
So what else would it be under? It's in there somewhere.
Should do,
Try searching for my name, Labonte. I'm the
do a
only.
control F.
Yeah.
You can search.
Oh, I'm not the
You're
only.
not the
Labonte.
only one?
There you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Board
Register.
of
Board of Register. Sorry.
What are you in? Adobe right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you search how?
Control F.
Control F.
And then you just type in a name or type in whatever you want to search
Uh-huh.
for, and it will come up
Interesting.
with every single time it shows up.
Anyway, so we can pick this apart all day
Yeah.
long, but I think
There's Board of Registry.
yeah, I think every board's on there except for the one you just pointed out, which is a problem.
There was another one that was missing on when I was looking around. Was the Council on Aging doesn't have that.
Yeah, they do.
That's under departments.
Departments.
Why did I write that? Oh, I did. It is there. That's just it. Yes, I don't get it.
I mean, every time we do this, we just prove that it's hard to know how to navigate a website.
But you hit the nail on the head when you said I saw
Yeah.
it. We've all seen stuff and then gone back to get it and it's not there or we don't know what we did.
So going back to your
My recommendations. So set up email subscriptions by topic. I'm not basing this just on my own personal interest. It's the comments were so much like, I should be able to get an email when a committee meeting's scheduled.
I think that's fine.
I really like set up usable. Or what's the word I use? Because it's set up currently, but
Workable.
it's not. But they're not working.
How about I just say set up working email subscriptions by topic? I mean, it feels like a petty thing to have to specify, but I guess this is our moment.
That's where I'm at.
All right. Next recommendation is distribute a town newsletter regularly via email and social media. Okay, people want it.
And post hard copies around town, so people who don't have social media have hard copy. At the library, at wherever, police station.
Okay.
Yeah, but those hard copies are. That's a hard thing because we don't have the funding for it.
No, doesn't have to be a lot. Put a hard copy at the library. Put one.
Oh, you mean? Oh, you're just talking
Yeah,
like
we're
a
just like-
posting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
somebody-
Okay. All right. I was
Posting.
thinking that we were handing out newsletters again.
No.
No, I get what you're
I'm
saying.
doing that.
Because we try to keep the board at the housing authority. We try to keep that current for Council on Aging.
Yeah.
So we periodically go there and update their listings.
Yeah. All right, and last recommendation, again in priority order, is to set up an official town Facebook page and post announcement and updates. And my thought is that this would function the exact same way that like Granby Public Safety operates today. It should tell you when there's a parking ban. It should tell you when there's a rabid bat in town. It should tell you when when trash is pushed off by a day, or when there's a select board meeting coming up. And it can just link you back to the website. It doesn't have content.
My only issue with having that as the last one is that the way people receive their information, social media was number one.
Was number one. I agree. I was
So
thinking
make
the
that
same
number
thing.
2. Prioritize investing in the website and set up a official Facebook
Yeah.
page. Then do the minutes.
So what is our game plan once we set up an official Facebook page?
I don't want to do it.
That's where this was going.
It's the town administrator. It's not. It is absolutely not on us because the only way we would do it is by going to the website every 2 hours, seeing if anything is updated,
Yeah.
and choosing to publish it. Like that should
That could be the
voice.
ATA's job, which I
Okay.
believe it was in Templeton. She made the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not for us to decide.
No,
who
no, I
does it.
just-
It's
I wanna-
this is what
I-
our
I-
recommendation is.
We're just doing recommendations
Yep.
and stuff.
We're
Yeah,
just sharing
I
it.
just want us to be prepared if they ask us. And then that's your recommendation, is that the town administrator or assistant.
I assume that since the public safety has a Facebook page and they post on it, that our current town administrator is comfortable making recommendations about how you manage an official town page. Right?
What do you mean the public safety has a Facebook page?
Like Granby has a public safety. There's Granby public
Granby
safety.
Police-
Granby
Public-
Police. and
Oh,
Fire.
there's the fire department and then there's the police department.
Yeah.
They have two different ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah.
somebody in their departments keeps that page up
Correct.
and running. So who's going to keep the town-wide page up and running is the question. And
It's
that'd be for the select board to decide, and
Right.
it's probably going to be
And it's
the
also going
TA
to run.
or-
It's going to run with what we post on the website, right? We post something on the website. We're going to put it on social media at the same time. They'll just have to come up with a device to have people be able to recommend what gets put on there. So
And if they are interested in recommendations about guidelines for what goes to Facebook or how those get written, then we can talk about it. But
could
absent that, I am simply making the recommendation
Yep.
that they do it. All right, and now we get to our charge. So in the appendix, I have listed our existing charge, just to remind them.
okay.
So looking at this, I think the summary, well, I think we could rewrite the summary a little bit. But I think it's essentially fine, right? Inform citizens about town government, including its functions, activities, meetings, and events, and develop and recommend strategies, policies, and procedures and content for Granby's public-facing communications, which is exactly what we are doing here today. The structure, fine, no changes. Ethic, indeed. So the only thing that I think really needs to change is our list of committees' responsibilities. So these are the new responsibilities that I'm proposing for us. I'm proposing to wholly replace.
Oh, wait. What happened? Did you talk more about a candidates night?
I did not get a clear answer about a candidates night.
Okay.
So the recommendations that I have are to just replace the responsibility section with new responsibilities. And these are those responsibilities. One, well, let me give you the text first. The current charge for the Communications Committee is broad and open-ended. For the upcoming year, we recommend revising our charge so our committee responsibilities are specifically focused on these goals. We okay with that introduction to what we want?
Yeah.
So number one, audit the town website and work with the town administrator to recommend and, if appropriate, implement improvements to organization and content.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if it's a TA or not. It could be and work with the town's point person. We don't know who the point person is for the.
I think it's on the town administrator to tell us who to work with. I mean, I can say town offices, but like the town administrator is the one who has to determine who gets that responsibility. Is that true?
Maybe.
I agree with her. I think it'd be to take down its administrator out of there and just put with a point person or a designated
With the
administrator.
designated administrator for
Yeah,
the
designated
website.
administrator.
I don't know who it's gonna be.
I'm gonna agree.
And can I?
Or the website master, whatever you.
Yeah,
Webmaster.
whatever you call it. Yeah, really. And could we at that same time put down besides the website the Facebook page as also the same thing? Administer to recommend and, if appropriate, implement improvements to organizational and content. Because we're going to basically do the same thing for that, and we're telling them about that. We want it. We want to get it going, right? There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's not audit. It's actually audit the town website and implement a social media communication page.
Yeah, I agree with that. Audit the town website and implement a social media communication.
Well, I don't want us to implement it. Once the town does it, we can make recommendations.
That's right. That's right. So we're
Audit
going to do the
town
same thing for the website and social media.
And future social media communications, maybe then.
Well, what if we add a line here? So let's leave the website alone as its own thing. because
Okay.
it needs the
That
microscope.
needs to, yeah.
And then say, I mean, maybe we can lift a little bit of this.
What are you thinking of?
I want to say that we like going forward, are always making recommendations about town communication strategies and improvements, and maybe also surveying residents and doing what we did this year, like if we had a repeated survey. So how can we summarize that responsibility?
Continue to,
Solicit feedback or?
Continue to support.
we could do it, we could actually do it annually in the census. I mean, Emily didn't have any issue with us doing
No.
that, so we could annually add to that census and say, you know,
I'm reluctant to put it in so firmly that we have to do it.
Yeah.
If we get to next year and we're like, nobody wants a survey from us right now, we've only gotten out one newsletter, and like this isn't the right time, we want to do another 2 newsletters before we send out a survey with it. Like I don't want to.
so then have the ability to, then have the ability to distribute future surveys as needed.
That sounds fine. That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like
Yep.
that.
What are we reviewing? Communications or communication improvements?
We are reviewing communications and we're recommending communication improvements.
So review communications and recommend improvements to the town.
Yeah, that sounds better. We won't shut you down on that one.
All right.
All right.
Write and distribute a regular, at least quarterly town newsletter containing updates from town officials. That sounds fine.
So I'm locking us in at quarterly.
Yeah.
You what?
I'm locking us in at quarterly, although we could remove this if you don't.
Well, we were making a recommendation. That's where we start, like you said. If it doesn't turn out, then we could do it. You know,
How often does Belchertown do it?
Monthly.
Yeah.
And theirs is a book. We're
I know,
talking
I
2
saw it.
pages.
It's like 23 pages long. It's,
Yeah.
And, you know, interviews people. It's a lot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do wish we would be monthly, but I would want to keep us to a 2-page, like, for all.
yeah, it is big.
Yeah, it's beefy.
Well, the one on the internet, is that the one you took it off the internet?
I don't know. I just one I took for a sample.
Oh.
It's
It
got,
looks about average, like it is
Yeah.
many pages.
but it is a book. It's nothing like what we were looking at.
Yeah.
Doing, you know, like a 2-page or a one.
Write and distribute
reverse
a regular town newsletter.
I would just leave
I would-
regular town
I wouldn't say
newsletter.
quarterly. Let's see how hard it is to get one out in the first place.
Right.
Okay.
It's
And to
Once a
get-
year is regular too, so
Yep, that's right.
Right. Biannual, annual.
once a decade.
Smart.
like the dance.
When your baby's 2.
Don't forget they're listening to this.
I know.
All right.
Maybe Tobias's parents. Didn't they come up last weekend?
They didn't come because of the snow,
Oh.
but I'll send them the video. They'll be very proud.
Yeah. Prior to annual and special town meetings, prepare and distribute accessible materials explaining what is being voted on.
I thought that was Mark said that wasn't our.
No, Mark said that this one wasn't our job, but
Okay, wait a minute. So you talked to Mark last week and got his buy-in to agreeing to what we're doing.
I talked to Mark last week and got his buy-in to us bringing our recommendations to the select board.
Not bringing?
No,
Bring it.
bringing.
Oh.
So
Prior to annual and special town meetings.
you are the first ones who have seen this. I have no idea what the select board will think, but we do know Belchertown does this. We do know where
They
does
just
it.
started.
They just started.
Yeah. So we don't know how.
Other towns do this though. They were saying that Ware does this, and they've seen big impacts
Right.
on town meeting participation upon doing it.
You got that information from somewhere?
It is in the Sentinel if you find the
Oh, for Belchertown.
the article.
For Belchertown.
Belchertown said that Ware does it, and that Ware has seen improvements
Oh.
in town meeting participation.
So, I think I would put prior to annual and special town meetings as, so like this last special town meeting came up very quickly.
Mhm.
So,
I got it. Thanks.
if we're able to, I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't lock yourself into everyone.
Thanks.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Bias, is this the article you're talking about?
maybe, probably. When was it?
Well, you sent an email and I printed it, or I got it out of the paper.
Yeah, I think that is.
Belchertown Communications.
I read that article, yeah, he sent it to us. I don't remember the where part though, but Ware's booklet, Concord, they send out a booklet before their town meeting.
Yeah.
And it's you're not gonna get people reading that, it's a lot.
Well,
But
I mean, I don't know what they do. So
Yeah.
but I do
it's,
think it's not like a wild aberration from what other towns do, is my point. The idea of preparing materials that are meant to be accessible prior to town meeting.
yeah, I could actually find out for you. I
I would
could do
be-
a survey in the Moderators
Yeah,
Association to find out what towns do.
I would love to know. I mean, the select board can say no to this. I do think, for me personally, this as an avenue to accessibility for town residents to feel like they know what's happening is one of the most important ones. Like, when I think about ethics, an email newsletter doesn't feel to me like ethical. I think it's a good idea. I think people will enjoy it. But I think there's a real ethical responsibility in my mind to making sure that town government is accessible to all town residents. So I feel strongly about this one. I will go to bat for it, but
So it also depends on what you want to put in it, right? So we talked about last week how motions can be changed right up to the minute. And
Yep.
so
Yep.
we don't want to put something out there that's going to be changed. But you could also, Mark used to have a blog years and years and years ago. He would explain, Article 1 is about this, Article 2 is about that. Without being very specific, getting into how much money people are asking for, but just, this is a house cleaning article that we ask for every year. You know, stuff, you can be very broad. It doesn't have to be nitty gritty.
So
And
at
that's,
some
I
po-
feel, as though is exactly what we would be doing.
yeah.
Is that it's just like
Well,
a,
Belchertown gets pretty nitty gritty.
Well, we're-
They have buy-ins, but the select board votes yes, the finance committee says yes, the department says no. Like they get into the voting.
But this is also where we can put our on our Facebook page, this exact document. And then it would be getting out because everyone looks at social media. They look to the webpage for Facebook for Granby. And then we could actually have someone write an article that gets posted on there.
So there's plenty of questions about the implementation and specifics of this. But as a responsibility of our committee, is it one that we want to adopt?
Well, you decided to go.
Well, but I'm 1/4 of the current committee and 1/6 of the total.
So you're saying number 4?
Number 4.
Yep.
My question is,
Do you want to put it in our charge?
are we happy with this?
I want an intercharge.
Well, I think
do.
we all got disappointed because we thought it was our charge. We did it, and then it wasn't used.
Well,
I
it
wasn't gonna
is
say
actually quite literally our charge.
Yep.
Accessible information prior to town.
Yeah, I guess that should
mean-
stay then.
The reason we did it in part was because when there were questions about if it was in our charge, it is very literally written in our charge and was under our purview. So there's no question that our
Well, we
existing
created
charge
it.
covered
We
it.
created it. It just wasn't used.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, again, well,
So hence why we
I
put
distributed
collaborate.
in here this time, so now we get to send it out.
Well, collaborate with the select board to prepare and distribute.
Yeah,
The
I like
keyword
that.
being
That's okay.
collaborate. So do it beforehand to make sure we're doing it.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so we're gonna keep it.
Yep.
And the last one, another delicate one, is that I would like us to create recommended communication guidelines for town committees and boards. For example, templates, cadence for posting minutes, and work with the town administrator to disseminate them to chairs.
I like that.
I do not say that we're enforcing, we're not policing, I'm not checking. All we're doing is creating recommendations and giving them to the town administrator to further disseminate to the chairs of boards and committees.
I like your cadence for posting minutes. That's very suave. Nice writing.
He does. He has a flair.
Are you an
for it.
English major?
He has a flair for it.
Yeah.
I like it. I say yes.
Okay.
I could take it or leave it.
Are you saying yes?
Yeah.
You saying
I like
yes?
it. I
The
wrote
only
it.
other thing that I feel like we're missing on this, which I guess
And they could throw it out. They could throw it out
Is-
anyways. They could throw it out and say, no, we don't want you to do that. Okay, and then that's fine.
are you combining like the social media presence into like number 2, review communications and recommend improvements? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm good.
Wait, what'd you ask?
If we're review communications and recommend improvements to the town, that is where the social media presence would lie, like on Facebook? Because we
Oh
have,
yeah,
for
I
instance,
thought number 2 was supposed to be social media.
okay, we're just not saying.
I'm putting like, I think social media is bucketed in communications for me, but I may also, we may have other communications that we see the town put out that we want to say like, hey, try this.
Like what? I guess I can't think of something else. We're already auditing the website where all the communication from each department is going to be. And
When we
making,
start doing email communications, like blasts for, trash is delayed or the planning board is meeting on Monday, those could be communications that we would
Okay.
review. I'm leaving it broad just so that it can be our bucket for continuing to consider the town's communication
I like that.
strategy
That's good.
and
Okay.
make recommendations about it.
I,
Whether it's
I like
about-
that you're leaving it broad because that's basically what he wrote in the first
Yeah.
chart.
but that's what got
right?
us in trouble. It
Huh?
was too broad. That's what got us in trouble. It was overly broad, and we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, but now we
had-
know what
had-
now we know what
had
they all
two-
mean.
We had, how many means do we have on this charge as far as identifying what our charge was? I think I like that coming from out of this.
Oh,
So-
the new one.
The
Yes.
new one, not
Yeah, yeah.
this.
So
Right.
looking at
This
this
is-
one, I mean, I think I would say this was broad. It wasn't specific. I've tried to get some like more nouns in our current one. Like, what are we actually going to do?
No.
Well, the cadence would be
Cadence would be.
Oh, she loves that
meeting
word.
bi-weekly. Okay.
I like it. I think we're good.
But I also think the problem with our old charge was not just the charge as it was written, it was that the entire select board and town offices weren't bought into or even aware of this charge and aware that we were doing this work.
Right, because that was done by just Mark getting the committee together.
I mean,
No, no.
Or it was a
board
copy
had
for-
the board had to appoint the committee, so they had to have seen the scope
Oh,
beforehand.
okay, all right.
I
Yeah,
just
you're
don't
right,
know if how much they looked into it and understood what
right.
the deal was.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there was ill intent, but I'm not sure that everybody was like, yeah, we've got a committee out there that's meant to create accessible information prior to any town meetings. So my hope is that with this charge, with some specifics, as well as some broad umbrellas for like the work that we are doing if we want to make it.
So 2 and 5 are really similar if we're going to review communications. So create recommended communication guidelines. What you really mean there is create I think what you're trying to get across is a minutes template.
Exactly.
A minute template, a website template, probably. Like, this is how
Like
you-
we have now. Everybody's board has.
Yeah.
So
this-
like your agenda would have a format, your minutes would have a format.
And if people don't want to follow it, I think it's fine. I just know, like, for me stepping into this, it would have been helpful if somebody had emailed me,
Mhm.
here's a doc for your, agenda.
Here's how you take your minutes. This is how you fill this in. This
Yeah,
is what
this
your
is-
agenda
this is
needs
the,
to
This
have.
is the format.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a recommendation. If people have styles of doing things that work well for them, it won't work for every board. Planning board is going to be very different than what we do. And they
Yeah,
may
but you
have
could
their own
almost
thing.
make it a PDF fillable
Well, it is.
document
It
and then
currently is.
just be done.
You currently would go to Kathy or Dale at this point, or maybe the ATA. One of the three of them would say, here's a blank agenda.
Yep.
And that's why you saw in 2011 it was handwritten, because that back then they were
That's what
done
we
by
had, yeah,
hand.
yeah.
Now it's done. So it's just he would like to give it out as a packet to a new committee.
Yep.
Here's a packet of
Or
what the agenda looks like.
even the existing.
I mean, if
Your
every
minutes
year when
should
committees were
have
appointed,
a minimum,
Contain this information.
a
That,
minimum of who attended, who was absent, whatever.
just like if you look at the minutes being posted, nobody's doing it the same way. And if you're just a member of the town trying to follow along with town business, having to parse through all of these different minute structures just makes that a little bit harder. So it's a recommendation. We feel
All right, what's the next page?
that's the end, I think.
Oh.
The end is just the the link to
I think it's pretty good.
appendices.
You want to vote on it?
I think we're all in favor.
You want to make a motion?
Huh?
You want to make a motion?
Yeah. I vote to accept it and
Second.
present it.
All in favor?
So what's the process for us? Now,
Get
now
on
we're
the
gonna go to the
agenda
select board meeting. On the 16th, I think you can try to get on their agenda.
So I emailed Holly, and she didn't want to put me on until I got more specifics about what I was going to do, which is reasonable. I was vague in my first email because we didn't have anything yet. So I'm going to send this to her. She's on vacation until the 11th, so I'm also going to send it to Mark and ask if we can get on there.
Who's covering for her while she's on vacation?
yeah, it must be. I wonder if Dale or
Someone has
Kevin.
a great agenda.
I just got an auto.
No, the next agenda isn't. The meeting isn't till the 16th, and she's coming back the 11th, and the
so she-
agenda will be done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're
Okay.
covered.
Has to be done 2 days,
Yep.
48 hours before.
Are we
the
all
meeting.
showing up?
I'll be there.
We can?
Lynn, you showing
I'm
up?
already going for another reason, so I'll be there.
Okay.
Jenny, you going?
Hold on. Yep.
16th is the date for that?
I believe so. I mean, as
The
soon
next
as I-
meeting, but it might not be that meeting, but we're hoping it's going to be
Okay.
the 16th.
Right. If they say no, then I'll move us to the next one. So I've got a couple of other questions for us. The first is, now all the language is out of date. I don't know what technology they have in the select board room. If there is
There's a TV that
if there's a
I think
display
there's
like
TV
this,
they use.
and
Right?
I can do slides, the main benefit for me in doing slides is that GCam can see it. And people who are watching the meeting will be able to see what I'm saying. Because we'll send these materials to the select board in advance, right? So they'll have them. So we can just hold them and refer and, next page and whatever. But I like the idea of sharing this text that we're writing so that everybody in the meeting has it to refer to, including people who are watching it later.
So I think as far as printing the slides for the select board,
Well, yes,
I-
the
so
select
they
board has to. They will get it.
For them, I
Just
was
that.
going to give them this, which is the exact same thing as the slides, just like,
Right.
I'll change the words to match, but this has a little bit more text in it to just kind of flow so that you know what section you're on. Whereas with slides, I'll be.
I'd say do what you want. You're the
Okay.
one presenting it. If that's the easiest way for you.
So there is a
to
TV,
present it?
and it does have a cable.
Okay.
We just started using the TV for the bingo calling. So because we were just doing something really
Yeah.
old fashioned. So now we have an app that does the bingo calling. So it worked. All you
Okay.
do is plug the cable into it, and you're all set. So you should be able to display this.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, I can just click through so you see, but it is just
The same stuff.
the survey, the charts, the stats.
So this will be updated to what we changed.
And I will change all of these slides to match it.
And if you want to stop in on a Tuesday or Thursday before that
And
with
plug
your
it in.
laptop, we can always test it out to make
Okay.
sure.
Or you can wing it and
Wing it like
See
the
what
rest,
happens.
like the rest of them do.
I love
live on the edge.
Okay, so it sounds like we're on board with me suggesting that we do use slides. There's no reason not to, but
even if the slides are, so GCam can just see it so that everybody else can see it.
Yeah,
will GCam be able to see it, Craig?
you can usually
You
take
can-
a picture of the
Well, you kinda
TV, right? if they're presenting something?
Yeah, so the way we have it set up now
Yeah.
is in frame.
Yeah.
Some of the text isn't legible. Oftentimes, text like that isn't legible unless it's full screen on our broadcasts. It's usually pretty legible online. So if you send me the slides, we could look at figuring out a way to just putting them over it in the right timing.
Okay.
But
Or-
I definitely need a little input from y'all.
The other thing is what you're presenting to the select board can be on their. Oh my god, I'm having a
Minutes?
brain fart. Yeah,
Agenda?
but it could be on the website. When someone goes look at the agenda, right underneath it can be the
The link to
the link to the PowerPoint that you are presenting.
We just have a circular problem here.
Yeah,
It
I
has to get onto the website,
Has to-
and people have to find it.
Well, you know what we could do? We could set up. I apologize, I was ready to report, and so I missed part of the context for this. But my understanding is this is the way you're disseminating what you're doing in these meetings to people. Okay, so we could set this up so that y'all are, whatever your video out is for your computer, we're just recording that, and then I film you here, put this in just like the bottom right-hand corner of the screen,
Oh yeah,
and then have the slides full screen.
Yeah.
So everyone can see exactly what you're doing live on the computer.
yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to
You'd
talk
be able to
about
do that
whatever
at the
works.
select board meeting, for instance?
I could do that with select board meeting.
Okay,
We
there
just
you go.
talk about it beforehand every time, but.
Okay, I'll send you an email once we have a confirmed date,
Sounds good.
and we can work. All right, last piece I'd like to do, if we all have the energy, is, sorry that it's tiny, they requested it in 9.5 New York Times New Roman.
Oh yeah. I thought that was great.
Yeah,
We're happy with this?
yeah.
The committee received, since this is actually going in the book, I would say the committee received 429 responses, which is this approximately 7% of town residents.
Should be a space between the of and the T again.
I
think
think
there
there is
is.
there. I think
It's
you're
just
just
Isn't it
trying.
just looks like? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, there
it's
was.
times.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's the serif and also the font is teeny tiny.
Oh, the Council on Aging,
Thank you.
school newsletters, annual town. We wrote and disseminated a survey promoting it via Facebook, Council on Aging, school newsletters, and annual town census, as well as copies at. Yep.
I don't need via twice, do I? Can I just say hard copies there? Feels a little pretentious.
So when they say that the most common source of information about the town are social media, how much is that actually accurate information? You know, because
Yeah.
it's all about comments. You know.
I mean, that's the question.
You could say our private social media pages, because they're all private.
They are.
Yep.
So I wanna get approval from us all. I'm including these statistics here. My intention is not like I'm not trying to put negative information about the town in the annual town report just to like stick it to somebody because I think town communications need to be improved. And I don't want it to feel that way to anybody reading it. Like this is not meant to be a slam, but I do think that when town residents provide us with data, it's our responsibility to provide that report back
Well, it is going to be provided back to a select board meeting.
through a select board meeting.
So maybe you rewrite that, maybe not so specifically, but notable findings from the survey include that currently residents are getting town information from social media and word of mouth, and period, would like a town newsletter. I would rewrite it.
So what are you saying? You're getting rid of all the numbering?
You don't want bullets?
No, I think just having that 58% of respondents are dissatisfied with town communications. That's a pretty hard.
So maybe get rid of that and just say notable findings from our survey. What's the outcome? I guess what's the bottom line is.
I can put in
I
only...
think even just having, wait, no, I like that one, but I think even just having many respondents by the town website difficult to navigate, out of date, and incomplete. Respondents want a single central source of up-to-date information and proactive communication. I think having
Maybe
those is fine.
those 3 bullets. Respondents are most interested in more information about town events, town government, and town meetings. They find the town website difficult to navigate, out of date, and incomplete, and respondents want a single central source.
I mean, having the other 2 is fine. I just starting off with that 58% kind of sets
It is
the
a
tone.
negative
It's
tone.
it's an angry.
So take that 95% of respondents and just put, there is a strong
The most common sources of information about
strong
town are
desire
social
to
media
have
and
a
word of mouth.
town newsletter or something to that effect.
So no statistics.
I think. Oh, you mean putting any?
Yeah, he
any
wants to
sort
keep
of
it kind of
numbers?
positive, so we'll just put there is a strong interest in
in town newsletters.
okay, most common source of information. And I don't have any problems with the first statement. Do you?
No.
No, I mean, it's all
It's facts.
it's
Facts.
true.
We
And I
all
think-
know
I
it.
mean, this
We've
is
all
more
been there.
neutral. This is less of a hit piece, even unintentionally.
As much as we want it to be, believe me.
And like Lynn said, they're going to have they have the PDF. They're going to have the actual document, all the numbers, the findings, and everything. So this is just the bullet statements of what we feel were the important issues out of that survey. I like it.
I think now I'm looking at the last one. Respondents want a single central source of up-to-date information and proactive communication.
That should be the first thing.
But I have an issue with the word single.
Yeah, because we're going to be
Because
doing
they're-
it more than single. We're doing the website and the Facebook.
Well, I think what people want is a place you can go where you know it's the truth, and then that to be sent out broadly. So, like, the website always has the truth.
So just put
Or
a
say
central.
Then a
Just say
central
central.
source.
Don't say a single. Yep, a central source of up-to-date information and proactive communications. So one person's central may be the website. Another person's might be the Facebook page or social media.
So we did the analysis. We are presenting it. Here's the analysis. We're presenting it to the select board. So this is for fiscal year. I mean, this
This
is
is
for
for
calendar
what, Jenny?
year
This is
25.
the
Yep.
annual report.
Oh, we're in 26. That's
Jenny?
so you
This
took
is
it
the
into 26.
annual report.
Well, we were founded, like, we started meeting in August.
Right. So from August to January of 26, this is what the committee did.
But fiscal year is...
What you write here is calendar year. Fiscal year is the budget. This
Well-
should be calendar year. I just asked this question today. Because
All right.
every year I write it and I get
Not
confused.
that the school.
What?
The school is.
The school does fiscal year?
We have to do year 2024 to 2025.
Starting when? July 1st?
July
July.
1st of 2024.
When you write these annual reports?
That's what we've been told.
I'm doing something different.
Because we can't we can't have a graduating class for FY25 for January 2025 to December 31st of 2025. You have 2 senior classes.
When
So
I
we
received
report-
the request from Holly, it says, I'm working on the annual report for fiscal year 25, and I need your report for the following departments, boards, or
It's
committees.
fiscal. She's saying fiscal year.
She said fiscal. I'm going to argue, then, that even if it was just for 2025, we did the survey in 2025,
Right.
and all of these results were true then, too. The additional 100 respondents we got from or 200 respondents we got from the census did not change the truth of these statements.
Well, so then,
So the only change that we would do here
Is that-
will present.
yep.
But by the time it comes out, it will be presented.
Mm-hmm.
You want will present?
Just put will present.
I want to clarify it. I want to clarify
Yeah.
what the.
She
what
did
I'm-
call it
I
physical,
called
though.
today.
Physical.
I mean, I asked today, and I was told calendar year, from January 1 to January 1, for these reports.
Well, it
So
is
then that would
true.
take that number out of there, the 429, because we didn't have 429 in January or December of 25. We had 300 and something, and we went over to the 429.
But then we can't split that. Like, we can't go back in the next year and be
Right,
like,
but
oh,
that-
we
no,
had an
no,
additional
right.
200
Just keep it-
responses.
just
And
keep
it's
it the
like,
way it
no,
is.
we gotta,
Okay.
when we're reporting on
No,
a certain
I'm just saying.
topic, like, I know you're being a devil's advocate, so,
Yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
But I just think that splitting that, it
It serves no purpose.
serves no purpose.
Well, I think that when I send this, it will report accurately on what we have done, and the emphasis is on what we did in 2025, because a lot of what we did this year, I'm not mentioning since it didn't go out to anybody.
Right.
So I think we're fine either way.
Mhm.
So I'm okay.
I'm sure Holly will let you know.
All right. Do we have a motion to approve this?
A
as our
motion to
annual
approve
report?
it?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I
That
shut you
is
down
everything
then.
on our agenda for today, unless there's other business we'd like to discuss. Jenny looks like she does not want to discuss other business.
No.
Would you like to make the motion to adjourn?
I make the motion to adjourn at 7:31.
Any seconds?
second.
All in